my body. What are you doing? Waxing, melting the wax. Elliot, that's just gonna burn you. Elliot, there's something wrong with you. Look at me. Just look at me. Just pull it off already, Elliot. Oh, I'm scared. 35 minutes to get to the gym. Just go for it. All night. Come on. 3. Don't do a countdown. Pull it off. What the heck is that? What do you mean, Elliot? Come on, just show me. No. Elliot, just show me. Look for me. Come on.
So fucking funny, man. So fucking funny. You know what? That was really funny. It's a lot of them about Elliot Giles finding from Ben Phillips today, and they're doing this about 2,100,406 views today. And of them about it is so funny. They will like this as Ben Phillips and Elliot Giles on the 2 minor characters and the best friends ever. And there's the 3 guys are pranking and kidnapping for the Elliot Giles. And sort of wore the craft of them. As looks like it's about to see somehow are about to see so they're about to super glue today. So by the way, for everything we had to see about 8 of them. I'm about to see it looks like the pranking about the super glue boobs. It put it in the damn chest and its nipples. Damn.
My type. Hey, this is what I need. Where did you even get that from? My pictures. Hey, come on, hurry up. It doesn't even fit my tits. My tits are too bloody big. All right. That top is so good. Sir Phillips, the only person in this house with tits is you. All right? I don't deserve this. Hey, this is stupid. Oh, this is bull crap. Now she's you. Some bloody music, shall we?
Oh my god.
What did she say?
There are a lot of people with super glue boobs. Right now, that was very funny on the stores and about around the building and the public buildings under the man wearing the boobs.
Stop looking at my boob. Hey, calm down. No, babe, you keep staring at my boobs. Should I say to people to stare at my boobs? What? Hashtag free the nipple.
Now he's showing his boobs. He wears the faking boobs. And no, Ben Phillips wears the stick and put it under his chest to cover his nipples. He literally would see that out about the hundreds of them. Funnier thing. Now look at this stuff. See that thing? Elliot has a no million views. He did not know about. I see. 3,237,493 views today. And about the pranking into their London, England. Literally, see that thing? Pranking from Ben Phillips today. So I have to see and about his channel and about Ben Phillips and about the millions in views today. I know that about very watching for and about 2,100,000, 5,000, 2,105,683 million viewers on subscribers today, and about 200 million people, 200 million people in the world. See, it looks like about 35 millions of views today, and about distracted things about the crap today. Funny, we know that about Ben Phillips and Elliot, where is the faking the Trump and the impressioners in a tam prank, and it's supposed to do something about the slave doll prank. Call me vagina Giles. That's really funny. Really, really pranky funny. It's disgusting. And about the go interesting. And about the go sucks things. This is all Elliot's prank. All Elliot's funny. All Ben's funny. And about 284 videos. And 256 videos with Ben Phillips and Elliot Giles making it there the crazy characters on the prank series. So you know, by the way, when they needed, they only take it about long time about spend a night here about 3 weeks to the hotel look like about apartment. So you know that, by the way, about living to go out from London, England. It costs a lot of the British money, and looks like the scene's about $1, about 35,000 on in England. He knows their commercial on .com. There might be about it the Great Britain around the world. Crossing in the Atlantic Ocean seems to me like London, England, doing the London vlogs. Yeah. So, now for you guys. Hello, mates. This is Discovery Giles, a Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. Today is Thursday, March 9th, 2017. 8 more days. Beauty and the Beast coming up to the day. It's 8 more days. 298 minutes. Emma Watson, first play. Bill, Dan Stevens, second. Beast, John Adams. Luke Evans, third. Gaston, Josh Gad, fourth. Levon, and Kevin Kline, fifth. And Maurice. All of this stuff to do is a lot of the TV shows, to the TV spots and shows that about you really much to think of the spectacular as TOS this time, and the literal sending to the element today. So they'll literally just seem like the director on the 26 years on about Beauty and the Beast. It's a lot of those beautiful around their castle. The original of this castle, when the beast just literally just transforming from human to the heads with the bighorn sheep, it looked like about the ram and the goat and lion and the bear claws. It was an idea almost to have transforming it about the white girl seems to be about some witch girl was holding with the finger with the red rose dust. When he looked up to the girl was handing to the red rose, he tries the confirmation to make it the transformator to the beast. All the humans just transformated to a lot of the furnitures and dining rooms and cups, and they're roaring each other, scratching at the portraits, pictures, and it looks like it's about the prologue 5 minutes ago. Well, when the Bella was living in the little town today, they're singing along the song about the little town as Belle, and all those a lot of Great Britain people in around the little town looks like former France, and it looks like about all this town, all the little man in town, and his father Maurice, he's joining his come to his father. He is having no idea who was gonna dealing to. Well, Gaston was falling in love of the Belle. And they're his best friends. Gaston do. They brought in the reprise to the Belle. He was no idea he knocked at the door to her house, and when the Maurice he off to go to the strange things in the forest. The horse was a rival for the night. It just looks like about white. It looks this thing about explosive, like electronics things, and about into the forest in the darkness. There's no more green in the trees. They're all dead trees. Seems to looks like about every motion of pictures of life fantastic, a life action. Then the organization about the white wolves just chasing with the Maurice and the horse named Phillips. The white one, when the white alpha wolves just chasing through the trails, but it will block it. It's scaring away. They just go through. It just run through into the outdoors in the yards in the castle, and he just walk in into the beast castles. He literally just sneaking up to the rounds. He just picking up to the red flower. He just banging down over and over and over. He jumped down to the ground. He just fall. He's taken away into their prison inside. Well, the Belle was a arriving thing. and just literally it seems looks like about finding her father. When the horse just running away from the beast castles, that he rides back to the castle. He wouldn't idea just who did it. He just rip her off for all the stuff of the boxes where the lightning does, after the wolves chase. And it wasn't a walking to the idea. They're walking opens that door, the inside there. It looks like a sneak up to around inside. She walks slowly. She's finding a way her father did. He is in the prisoners. He takes a lot of his say, "Who are you?" Do you take his father's place? The beast says, the voice of the by Dan Stevens. But he jumped down to the stairs. But he walked to the light. It seems looks like the eyes and evil, the arrogance, the stupidity. He's able to break the spells. And who following? He no idea. But he says she promised her he going back home. But literally just piano walker just arrived back to the little town, and when the Belle is close into the prisoner's brig, and she seems who opens the brig doors, and they pick it up to the chair. he's talking to the lamp. But he starts hitting it, the brick that she screams, and she realizes what he done. When a light holder walker named Lemire, he plays Aaron McGregor, and Emma McKellen as Cosworth plays from the Lord of the Rings in the Hobbit trilogy. It seems like about the play Walking in the Clock. They're recognizing there's no one realized where they done to, and so we see me like that, and they seemingly, and it's noted the notify as knowing that much was there. All they know to being most after she walked in the doors, and she was talking to the wardrobe. She was freaking out, and she was wearing the red dress. And when the beast just walk in, but he knock it just as bangly, boom, boom, boom. That's his dinner invitation. You would join me in for dinner. There's not a request. And so, what beast was it recognizing she was coming down there? Cosworth and Lemire and Mrs. Potts just play Emma Thompson from Harry Potter, from Brave, and Chips just played by the boy was recognizing was one of the big scenes in about every most vulnerable mad, and she was threatened to be side of the doors when the beast just threatened when she threatens the beast just in front of the doors into the sides. But she's banging it 2 times. They're saying boom 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 boom. You would join me for dinner. If it just eat with me, it just eats at all. She walking away, and she goes back in the house. She goes back to his dumpster's room. She recognizing was looking to the mirror was a bell was show me the girl. It's just a falling into with the monster. It's hopeless, and she opens the door. She is gonna say she's hungry. She said, "What did the monster says?" And they recognize what they done, but Little Town in the Gaston's party, he can't find her. She left behind in the castle. The Levi was singing into the Gaston song. No, flicking that song, the beat to Gaston, and the spin and the fin and the quest to Gaston. Oh no one the further to Stanley. If you and it had to be gone, you would act in the Christ and about the Stanley. Levi just singing around the in the tavern's dining room in the restaurant thing. All the people clamoring, just singing around the Gaston songs. But I say, you are sleeky Gaston, and the fiction Gaston. I'm on nose in the pen and the Gaston Gaston. I know the spectrum of the candy. Gaston and Levi just sing together. They seem just stomping and dancing on the table. The dancing tables, they're singing, hand sword reaching. Yeah, cheered up the leader. And he opens the door, distracted by Maurice. They say, "The beast! It's horrible beast! It's horrible beast!" As the beast is here and long and like a big horn sheep for the goat and then the ram. He tries to take her out. He tries to take him out. But he says, "Crazy old Maurice. Crazy old Maurice." He's confused, figuring out. But I say, "I know." But he knows that he was very most intelligently It looks like it about the Gaston songs. Feel surprised. Phil say the songs just ended. We're back in the castle. Where the bell was looks the same thing like the Beast Gaston. Like a song, it doesn't matter. And she would gotta have to invite it to eat the dinner. The invitation to nearby be our guest, Limiana Cosworth. They started to the dining room's party and over in the music like a rainbow does. They say, be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Be our guest is really best ever, really best ever. We take it about a few days ago. When the signing says to the beast over and again about a lot of the food, a lot of the silverwares and foods and soups and salads, and all of them, the breads and a lot of cooker stuff. Even though Mrs. Potts loves that the tea party like he's steaming around, seeming looks like it about very most intelligently. If a drinking and eating and party, it gets in the done and having fun, and the party was a fun. Well, looks like it done the table parade. It was over about 5 minutes and 30 seconds ago. When the bell of Cosworth was following around in the hallways, just to notice about on the nights like about the statue with the soldiers. She was communicating, going upstairs just slowly. She was considerations. Looks it seemed about sometimes she looks like gonna have to look at it on the portraits pictures on the John Adams photo shoot when he scratch it, and he opens the cover up for the glasses. He tries to touch it for the rose, but he stomps and jump down on it. But he says, "Why did you come here? I told you never to come here. Did you realize what you have done? What did you do to it?" She says, "Nothing. Go, get out, go. Get out of here. Go!" But she ran away. She ran him to the escape from the castle. She rides it outside to the forest. When all the white wolves just packing, hunting for the human or the horse. It just ran and chasing. It just surrounded. But the one to the white wolf just jumped over to the horse dismounted. And she says, "Get off my horse! Get off my horse!" She's whacking with a stick. And said, "Arr!" But he jumped over. It tries to bite it. But she's saved by the beast. The fight's over against the wolves. It tries to bite the wolf's life for the casualties. And the roaring, charging, and tries to run away. The battle is over into the snow. He retreated. It retreated. They retreated. He is wounded. But he's taken back for the castle. Tries to get sick. But he said, "That hurts." And Bella says, "You were hurt this time. You didn't do it. You have to run away." "Did you shouldn't have come to touch yourself." "You should have been to the West Wing." And she says she's gonna control your temper. She says, "Thank you very much for saving her life." But he says in the confirmations, "You're welcome." And he think about Gaston and leave on to find a way to about well, let's see, when finding the bell in her house. When the movie just leaving as soon as it can, and there's nobody in the house. They say, "Bill, Maurice," and they're not here, and she's not going. They're gone. He just took off, but today is the winter in the midsummer eve, where the snow was still. Came onto the red color day for the bell, and the beast was notified about the white horse to take a lot of tour. read a lot of things about the bells when the bells reads the bells and bells finale. What's the thinking about the throwing his nose and really funny movies things that's ever about Ellen DeGeneres today, and she likes into throwing the ball, the snowball fight. The bigger one is the snowball fight and hits her head. He looks funny. He looks at about very most funny. He says he breaks the spells, and he literally just learns to eat dinner, how to date, the Beast and the Beauty, and the Bull. Some of these all the books of his life. Most do. Every whole life and thinks about this. No such indeed and big indeed. But the Bell's just taking a lot of tours. I think about 18,000 books for the library. Because of everywhere. If you try to do the most everything, all of the book stuff, all it does is about learn to eat dinner like a soup did. They literally just wear the nice blue coat. And she is nice yellow dress. The tail all this time. Dancing like a slower thing. True love as a good special. Everything. Knowing myself of each other like bearings. Knowing myself in the most, even though in the most life as a beautiful. As a lover. If you feel think about the spirits thinking about the map, eventually, the tale all as the time looks to think like about the France under the Notre Dame and the castle. Probably think about all the people, just really think about every most humanity in this is about showing about the reason. But the reason we could have to do is following in the mirror to look on it looks like a TV shows. What is his plan? But Marie just passed out. He'll walk over. She's freaking out. She leaves from castle to go back to the little town. He sounds like so crazy. He says, "Don't be afraid." She's not afraid, but she says, "It is dangerous actually." What a guest on betrayals, he goes back to the night, but the mob song was kill the beast. The beast was to hurt the feelings. He is the monster. She says she's not a monster, Gassar. He is. And she said, suit yourself. Let us kill all the beasts. When the men and women just mopping songs, just intending to kill the beast. All the futures and furniture is just under attack, invading the castle. Things looks like it about the mob song's about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and the mob just banging and the gates, bang, 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 break, and then they're just walking the slow. The Mrs. Posh is attending to an ambush for they say little town people. This says little town people just freaking out. When the castle furniture people just say, attack! Yeah! Boom, 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 boom. They're fighting the battle. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. When the Belle and Marie just run back, just right back to the castle. We probably would think about this. Many of them, and about beast just leave me in peace. But I say, sir, the castle is under attack. Just let them come. When a Levi just gets attacked, gets punched back by furniture and the lighting. Boom, 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 boom. Their attack continues when a Gaston was walking over to find the beast to kill him. And there are a lot of little towners just running away from the castles. they are retreating, go back to home, retreating back to the forest. All this about surrender it, and they will figure out they're victorious. They are run away. When the Gaston saying, "Did you honor things she wants you?" She pointed out the beast with the sword. He wasn't that idea just fights the beast. He would say, "No, no." She says, Belle's yelling for Gaston, saying, "No, Gaston, don't!" Boom. He's gone mad and say, "I am not the beast." And he just literally jump over, fights outside the top of the tower. He just leaping, turning, twisting around back to see Belle still and say, "No!" He stabbed the beast's body. He stabbed into his body. When the Gaston falls to the death, and she was wounded into dead, but the Belle saved his life. She says, "Don't talk to him like that. You'll be alright." At least, wanted to say it one last time. But he's suddenly dead. When the beast was transforming and returning for the humans, that's Adam. Want to say true love as love. Where the rose put it in the trees. When the Belle let Adam just kiss, till all this time was reprised. As to do as his love with a big hand. Well, this is the end. Transforming back to the humans. Cosworth as Gandalf. Lemire as human. Mrs. Potts. All the cast of human was reunited in about 3 years. I'll be back, mateys.